All right, Mr. Ahmed here for the start of Unit 10, which is going to involve statistics. And today we are going to take a look at some measures of central tendency. And some of these terms you've probably seen before. And the first one is the mean. And the mean is the sum of the data divided by the number of items in the data set, also referred to as the average. So for us to find the mean, we have to add them all up and divide by how many that there are. The median in the data set, first step is to order the numbers from least to greatest, and the median is the middle number. If there is an even number of data items, the median is the mean of the two numbers closest to the middle. So if there's two middle numbers, we'll have to add them up and divide by 2. The mode in the data set is the number that occurs most often. Okay, sometimes there might not be a mode. The range is the difference between the greatest and the least values in the data set. Okay, a large range indicates that the data is spread out, while a small range indicates that the data is close together. So we are first going to take a look at a set of numbers, and we are going to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. So first step is to order the numbers from least to greatest. And for us to order them from least to greatest, I'm going to start with the smallest one, which is 56. And I'll cross that one off. Then I have a 57. And the next biggest one appears to be 64, followed by 65 and 66. Then we have 75. Notice I'm crossing these off as I go to make sure I get all of them, and 76. So for us to find the mean, we have to add all these numbers up and divide by how many that there are. So when I add all of them up, okay, I just have to take 56 plus 57, etc. So 56 plus 57 plus 64 plus 65 plus 66 plus 75 plus 76. And then I would divide by how many that there are. So I need to count the number of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 of them, so I would divide by 7. In order to add all these up, I would recommend using a calculator. I'm not going to show you how to type that in. Make sure you maybe type it in twice to make sure you don't make a typographical error. You should get 459 divided by 7, which is 65.6. And that would be how we would find the mean. The median is the middle number. So I have to start from the edge and count inward to find the one in the middle. So I'm going to go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and the middle number is 65. So that is the median. The mode is the one that occurs most frequently. So let's see, I got a 56, no others. None of these numbers repeat. Therefore, there is no mode. And the range, biggest one, 76, minus the smallest one, 56. And the range is 20. And that would be our procedure there for calculating our measures of central tendency. So number 2, you can feel free to try this one on your own. Hit pause. It's up to you. I'm not going to write down every little step this time, especially with the mean. But first step is to order the numbers from least to greatest. So smallest one's 14, followed by 29. Let's see, next biggest after 29 appears to be 30. And then the next biggest one after 30 is 50. And 55. And we got a 59. Another 59. Then we got a 69. And then a 78. And an 80. 78, 80, I got them all. Okay, so I got them ordered. Let's calculate the mean. Add them all up. Divide by how many they are. When you add them up, you should get 523. Then you divide that by 10, which is 52.3 to calculate the median. Find the middle number. So count from the edges. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Oh, there's no middle number. The middle number is between the 55 and the 59. So the median is the average of these two. So for me to calculate the median, I would have to take 55 plus 59 and divide it by 2. And that gets me 57. The mode, the one that occurs the most, let's see which one repeats itself, and that is 59. There's two 59s. And the range, biggest one 80, minus smallest one 14, and the range is 66. And we've calculated the measures of central tendency. On to the next page. When I take a look here at this chart, I have to decipher what numbers I have based off of the heights of the desert cacti. All right, so the following dot plot shows the height of the desert cacti. Find the mean, median, mode, and the range of the data, and then answer the following questions. So when I look at this, there's one X on the 1, so that means I have one that is 1 foot. I have two that are 2 foot, so I have a 2 and a 2. I have one that is 3 feet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are 5 feet. So I have to write 5 down 5 times. Then I have a 10-footer. And then I have two 15s. And then a 20. So, oh, I almost forgot my 30. Didn't see that guy. We also have a 30. So I've listed out all the numbers of cacti that we have measured. For me to find the mean, add them all up and divide by how many there are. So when you add all these up, you should get 123. And then divide that by the number of cacti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. There's 14 of them. And that's 8.79. For the median, have to find the middle number. So counting over here, I'm going to start 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 5, 6, 6. And the two 5s here are in the middle. The average of 5 plus 5 is 10. And then divided by 2, I'm going to get 5 for the median. Median's right here in between. 5 plus 5 divided by 2 is 5. The mode, which one occurred most frequently? 5 did. There were 5 of them. And the range, biggest one, 30. Minus the smallest one, 1. I get 29. So which measure of central tendency best represents the height of the desert cacti? Well, I don't know. Let's take a look here. My mean's 8.79. When I take a look here, that's all the way up here. To me, the majority of our cacti are in between 1 and 5, so that's really not a very good one. The median is 5. The mode is 5, so I would say the median and the mode are probably the best. Because most of the data is close to these values. All right, what would make the measures of central tendency more accurate? Well, more data would probably help us out here, measure more cacti, and that would probably be my best route. If I were to measure 100 instead of 14, I would have more to choose from, which would make it a little bit closer. All righty. Our last example says, Corey Harris received the following grades this term. If he wishes to earn an 85% average, what must he score on the final test? So right now I have a 75 plus an 87 plus a 90 plus 88 plus 79 plus the last one that we haven't taken, that's X. And then I'd have to divide that by the number of tests that would be taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and that has to equal an 85% average. So for me to solve this, I would start by combining our like terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them get added up. And when you add these 5 up, you get 419. Over 6. And notice I have this 6 here. So I need to multiply both sides by 6, kind of like a proportion. Put it over 1, and we can cross multiply. 6 times 85 is 510. And we have 419 plus x. Subtract 419 from both sides. And x would have to equal 91. All right, that's it for today. Have a good one.